but look at this gigantic thing. This is what I wanted to do. So there's some like mansions up here, 7,000 square foot. Yes, there's the sunshine. We're gonna vlog while we do this as well. Take a look at that. That'll wake you up in the morning as it's cresting over that mountain. This little place is right here. Look at that. Oh, goodness gracious, look at that. Sip a cup of coffee. I don't want to be that loud American dude. But divide your investments among many places, for you do not know what risks may lie ahead. And then I love this. So refuse to worry and keep your body healthy. Let's go.
Oh, bring me back to that day. I had all of this waiting ahead.
Good morning. Goodness gracious. It's an absolutely beautiful morning. It's only like 8:20 in the morning and the sun hasn't quite peaked over. So it definitely stays, I mean, it's beautiful, but it won't be as sunny as it was yesterday in yesterday's vlog until about like 10 a.m. where the sun actually comes up over that ridge and then hits you in the face right here on the 3rd story balcony. So I do want to give you a heads up. So one of my neighbors, these guys are ready to rip. Yeah, they got, actually, no, they're packing. So this guy has a snowboard bag all strapped up. That's a nice bag right there. So there's a bunch of dudes staying here. They must be checking out because obviously there's a bag right there and his helmet in a helmet box. So they're probably flying out later on today. So English speaking dudes, I'm pretty sure they're from the States. I think there's like 6 of them down in here. Very quiet. When I first pulled up, they were chuckling and laughing and, I mean, that's part of a group setting. And I was like, oh man, hopefully these guys aren't, partiers and, are really loud, but barely didn't even hear them yesterday. The first night when they came back from dinner, you heard them a little bit, but, very respectful and quiet. So anyway, that's the downstairs unit. And then this is the upstairs unit here with the family. And they're English as well, but I think from the UK. So they have a rental car right here. So a bigger rental car is possible. This is a Hyundai Santa Fe. They rented it from the Swiss side because it has a Swiss license plate. And it also on the gas cap has a little thing of what gas you need to do, as well as a scan code over there by the gas cap as well. That's how you know they're rental cars. So my Lexus has one of those scanners, but then on the gas cap is this huge sticker that states what gas needs to be put in the Lexus, which is, it's very nice. You obviously aren't gonna, goof that up. Hold on a second. Is that a Tesla? No, that's a trailer. It's a Tesla right here, but I thought that was a Tesla Cybertruck. I was like, I haven't seen any Cybertrucks, but I have seen, that's a Model X. Okay. That's the first Model X that I've seen. I've seen a few, I think it was in Geneva, maybe here. I saw a few Model S's. This one is a Model X, but mostly I've only seen Model Ys in this area. So far in everywhere where I've gone for the mountains, etc. I don't think I've seen one Model 3. Teslas are popular, but definitely not as popular as in the States. So, good news about this place without, sticking my head way out the window and talking very loud in the morning. But there's plenty of space, especially the 3 spots right here for your rental cars. Again, that's a nice big SUV, the Hyundai Santa Fe. And then if these guys had a car, they would park their car right here and then kind of parallel with it, joggers running in the morning. And then the very, very downstairs unit would go straight ahead. So there's plenty of parking. It would be a little tight if there was a car like parked in its actual spot right there. You might have to jimmy rig a little bit, but I'm glad that they don't have any cars here, just us over here in our assigned spots, which makes it super, super easy. I think I'm going to go for just maybe like a 15, 20 minute stroll, just kind of around. I kind of want to catch this morning light. I didn't go for a stroll last night, was researching heading into Italy today to go snowboarding. So I think I'm going to put on some jeans. I don't know what the temperature is. I saw a jogger in shorts. Let's go for a little stroll this morning in the French Alps. Oh, how glorious. I will make my bed. I always do that. First-ish thing in the morning, but I always do make my bed, so I'm going to flap that over. But I do want to give you this shot. And I've had my morning water and 1 espresso already, but I woke up this morning after like deep sleep. I'm talking deep sleep, and I've been praying for that too. Sometimes your minds get scattered with like thoughts and, video content create and like, well, okay, what do I got to create? What do I got to get up and do? I got up this morning. It was beautiful. And this is the gondola for Brevant right here, and I literally can see exactly where I was yesterday. So awesome. And then the cable car goes right up top, right up there. It's exactly where I was yesterday. And I got up at I didn't have any watch, or I don't sleep with my cell phone in the room, and I was like, oh, what time is it? And got up to go to the bathroom real quick, saw the lift because I didn't see that yesterday, saw it wasn't running. I was like, okay, it's probably, earlier. 7:45, stunning, just absolutely beautiful. And by the way, if I didn't mention it, these neighbors are not home, and they do have a jacuzzi right there, as well as a summer umbrella. Absolutely stunning right above the garage like that. That's probably it's just a beautiful property. I personally wouldn't want my chalet that I'm staying in like right in my backyard, but it's absolutely incredible. Like if this chalet that I'm staying in wasn't here, this is like a chalet that like your kids would remember for the rest of their lives. Like look at this field up here. You can't see that in person, but this field right here, I would buy that field and then build, some big old chalet and let your kids and dogs just run around, and then everyone puts these like hedges right here that grow in obviously during springtime and summer. Obviously during wintertime they are dead, and then these trees here would block that house, but it's just so cool to be able to see through and see that beautiful yellow house. Look at this place right here. This is the place, the yellow place. It has like a little gate, maybe if I go back my direction here, and then these like small little places, but these are actually like homes, like right here. So here's more parking. Oh, actually, no, I think this is parking stagres. I don't know what that means. This might be the high school right over here. I'm not really sure what this is down here. I'm just cruising around. Looks like a few maybe like rental properties, maybe this direction here. That's cool though. This might be a school. Military Defense Station. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we're just cruising around. Hey, 777. I like that. Okay. You could tell what properties are rental properties. Oh, there's trash right here. Okay. So there's literally trash just down the street. And I'm using the microphone because obviously I don't want to. Yeah. That's a military training facility right there, or, some sort of facility as we're cruising through. Man, a lot of these, yeah. So you'll notice when you're cruising through this area, looking at these homes, you'll see lock boxes, and that's when you know they're Airbnbs. That is glorious, though. Good night. You probably take it for granted, but with a view like that, there's Aju du Midi right there, and the sun hasn't crested quite yet. But to walk every morning like that and check out the beautiful sights, absolutely stunning. And then Mont Blanc over there, beautiful little house right here. So again, check this out, old little like fill-up station. So you do have to be a little careful with, sometimes when people are cruising through, you're vlogging. Pretty sure I can get through this direction here. I walked down a few minutes. This is the first street I came to. Look at this big chalet. Good night. It's all boarded up with the windows, obviously. Look at that big driveway. That's gorgeous. So they got it all taped off, so obviously nobody, probably new cement. That's somebody's really nice house. Look at that compound. That's probably a school. So what I was saying about that house down there was cute as a button. Oh yeah, big porch. That porch right there. And then you come up here, and these are where the big chalets are tucked in over here. Oh my goodness gracious, look at this one. It's like a whole compound. It's actually just one house. That's a beautiful one, but you're kind of exposed. They do have nice trees in the back though. But the front view, let's get you that front view. And look at that house I just told. That front view is absolutely incredible for them. That house is beautiful. I love the modern look. Look at the railway, how it has kind of that modern glass all around it. And then you got your carport right here. This is really nice. If you can find a property to buy with a big flat driveway, they got their little shed back there. Looks kind of like a dirt road. This kind of reminds me, so you're just tucked in this like little neighborhood off the main drag, and what the heck is that? So that says like, oh, I think we're going up like a private drive. So, oh my goodness gracious. Got to be careful what you film, but look at this gigantic thing with a car garage. I think this is someone's private drive. Oh yeah. Okay. So this one behind me is unreal. That's very cool. So I'm using the microphone obviously because sound does carry very loudly. I don't know where the road goes. Typically dirt roads. We're wandering. Let's go see what's up here. Doesn't say anything about a private drive, but maybe we can get ourselves a little hoof about in. Yeah, that one's gorgeous. Do maybe you kind of have to be careful of start waving cameras in people's windows. I don't think they're there, but oh my goodness gracious, hold on. Oh yeah, I think we're coming to a dead end over here. I'm gonna try to get a shot of this house I just walked by. It's unbelievable. And then, oh my goodness, yeah. So there's some like mansions up here right around the corner from the property. Farming places. Yeah, look at this place. Good night. This place has a cool entryway right here. Okay, that's that shot of the modern balcony. No one's there, I don't think. But then, look at this one real quick. There's a car out front, so I do have to be a little careful. Let me see if I can get you a shot here. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully the camera got that. Yeah, so beautiful nonetheless. So tucked up in these hills, and they have these like shrubs for privacy. And these plots have probably been here for a while. And this is where I'd want to be. If you have a big mountain chalet off away from the city center, but close enough where you're not getting all the loudness, tucked up in the hill, just like Seven Summits in La Zouche, where you're just off the main drag just a little bit. Now, this little hill might get a little bit tedious when it snows. I think they actually have assaults down right now, but let's go trek maybe. I'm not really sure where we're gonna figure it out. We got a little bit more time. I should have started my watch to see how far I'm going. That's okay. We'll trek for another 15 minutes or so. We don't want to delay too much because we still need to get morning devotions in. We still need to do a little hoof about. So a little chilly this morning, but not bad. My hands are a little cold, but not bad at all. All right. Seems like more walkers and joggers, I think, are just stay on the main drag. But this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to explore the houses and the chalets. Now, once again, so Mana Homes, the same company that I stayed at, there are 3 properties, and I'm staying at the 3rd property right now. Mana Homes has some big old shindigs. I'm talking about big old shindigs where they're very, very pricey per night, I should say. That's what they kind of do. They kind of do the per night thing. Do be careful about the traffic though, because it does get a little tight, especially when there's cars on both sides. Mana Homes. Okay, there's just kind of like private little streets. Maybe those signs say cul-de-sacs. I'm not really sure, but Mana Homes offers. Just check out their website. Go on their Airbnb listing. Like in all my vlogs and everything, I'll list both. I'll list the Airbnbs and their website, and you just poke around. And if you're looking at different properties and you're very flexible, like I had to be a little bit flexible because I wanted to stay on the 3rd story, right? So I was only able to get 8 nights. I was actually trying to book more than 8 nights at the place I'm at right now. But opportunity presented itself to, goodness gracious. Hold on, look at this. Sprawling chateau. Oh my goodness, and this one over here. Look at that thing with the front door. That's massive. That's like a 7,000 square foot chateau, and it's like beautiful wood and stone on the outside. Okay, now it looks like I'm coming down to the main street. Yeah, okay. So this is kind of the main street of more trash right here as well. I don't know if that's a parking spot right there, but then the bus stop. And so now we're coming back down to like the apartments. You could probably get one of these like apartments for like pretty cheap. And then this is the main street going back to, oh my goodness, that was a big old chalet behind me. So let's just walk down to this park real quick. This is the park where I saw the rock climbers down over here. Oh, that's a cute little place right there. Take a look at that. You got a little lodge right here, and then a little restaurant right here. And then the lake is over here that I saw earlier. And then this is Hotel Deluxe, Hotel Deluxe right here. And then this is the park, which is, what is that? That's not even 10 minutes down the street. This is the park where I saw the rock climbers, and then I wanted to film the little lake right here. And then you can park your RVs probably overnight right here. A couple van lifers and stuff like that right here. Nice trees, and this is the apartments, and then literally up the street right over there is going to be the apartment. And I think one of my English-speaking neighbors, I think literally that's him at the bus stop. He probably has a different flight, maybe friends that met up for a group. I've seen that on YouTube where like old college friends, they're now like mid-30s, and they just meet up every year for, snowboard trips or something like that. And so very cool, man. They got their dog out here. There's nobody out here this morning. So the first day we saw this, and this is actually like a little hiking path, little single track right here. You could probably mountain bike this as well. And you got all this beautiful, I think they were doing some rock climbing or like rappelling, but this is what I saw. This is definitely a hiking trail. I'm not sure where it goes, but it probably goes up in the hills. And then some sort of, let's just go cruise over there, check out this lake, and then we'll go back. And then we'll do another route a different day as the sun is about to crest. And your boy is going to get himself. Oh, here we go. Is that the same Tesla? I'm pretty sure that's the same Model X I just saw. Yeah, that's the same Model X I just saw right there. So that's pretty cool. It's branded, it's wrapped, so they must be part of something or other. Let's go check out this park as the sun is cresting over the hill now. Yes, there's the sunshine. 8:49 a.m., so giving you a little heads up. I woke up at 7:45, went to the bathroom, jumped back in bed for maybe 10 minutes, got up, and it's beautiful, but I love it when the sun comes up over for that mountain. I slept until about, I think, 9:15 or 9:30 yesterday. Needed a little bit of extra sleep, and it was absolutely glorious when I got up. Okay, so, oh, cool. Very nice. If you want to get some, we got some toilets over here as well. If you want to get, your dog out here, picnic benches. Again, the lake is right here next to the train track. Absolutely stunner. I don't know if that's open or not. Out of order, it says. I might get just a few little pull-ups in here. I'm not really sure what is this. You sit on this bench and you twirl this like a bike. You got your tricep dips. I guess you could do some dips on that or something like that. I'm not really sure what that's about. Pull-up, is it a pull-up bar that's like bent over in half? I'm not really sure what's up with that. There's your small pull-up bar. Kind of just, I guess, maybe more for kids. I'm not really sure. Oh, there's your little tricep dip station. All right, let me go bang out 30 of those. Okay, maybe only 16 or 17, but we're feeling good. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, let me crank out another set of those. That felt pretty good. Get those body weight exercises in. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a glorious morning out here. Sun is poking through the crest of the mountain, ladies and gentlemen. We could talk a little bit louder now because morning traffic is cruising through, which is like barely any cars. Let's crank out one more set. You know what, we're gonna vlog while we do this as well. So you're like, Chris, watch your head if you're going this way as well. But that'll wake you up in the morning. See, this is what you typically don't do when you're cruising. Like, the camera's not gonna do it justice, but that building is having the light shine on it, and it's absolutely incredible. The one right in the middle, right there. Coming down here to the lake, take a look at that. That's a stunner. They got picnic benches all around there. Very cool, very cool. Let's see what we got over here. Again, you can park your van life over here. No fishing, picture of no fishing, but the sun coming through right now is absolutely incredible as it's cresting over that mountain. This is it right here. This is your morning walk right here. So you might have to wait a little bit longer, but again, I'm not trying to go first chair. I'm trying to enjoy this beautiful landscape as this guy has his dog over here. Tuesday morning, look at that. Oh, goodness gracious, look at that. All right, so we'll come back around over here and take a little peek-see. That's a great park if you lived at these apartments. You can come down here, walk your dog, and then come on back, but I think I gotta take a picture of this beautiful. Let me show you the shot here. Okay, here comes the ski bus right over here, and so they're going to all the mountains right there, these guys, and then, or going maybe to and from town. But look at how cool this little place is right here. So cool. Old Defender 90, take a look at that. Man, that's awesome. Man, I'll tell you what. Like, look at this one right here. Massive. Ran out of, I gotta dump some footage onto my hard drive. Keep running out of memory. 4K, 30 frames per second on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I've never done that before, but I literally ripped through a 512 gigabyte memory card, and then I just ripped through a 256. So I've been ripping through some good footage. I'll tell you what, that car needs some emissions cleaning. Yeah, okay, so watch this. So this guy saw somebody coming on the, oh no, he paused on him. So kind of hard to say. It's like somebody stops and yields when it's a little bit tighter. All right, I'm gonna walk on back, get some breakfast, some morning coffee, dump some footage on the hard drive, so I'm ready to rip. Again, tomorrow morning, I wanna go that direction instead. So I'm pretty sure it's east to west. So this morning I went west down to the lake, and tomorrow morning I think I want to go for a stroll, or this evening if I can get back in time. I want to go for a stroll kind of more towards the gondola of Brevant, because there's like up the hill on the street next to my place, kind of behind what I'm looking at out the bedroom windows. It's real beautiful over there. So these folks got some really nice, like if it's a little bit inlet, you just park your car right there. I think there might be fire hydrant laws, I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that one, but if you can get a driveway with like flat ground that pushes in, that place is stunning, man. There's a couple cars over there, but check this out. So land is probably the key. Like, look at this place in front of me right here by these mailboxes. It's all kind of sealed up on that side, but then this place has like a gate, but then it goes up there. And that it's massive. It's absolutely massive. You could probably park at someone's front door. You'd probably piss them off. So I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe like remodeling, or maybe if they want to make their, oh, you know what? I think they have to like do some sort of advertisement. What I was saying was, I think they have to do some sort of listing, some sort of advertisement if they're going to be doing an Airbnb. So it's like kind of like stating that you're going to do it or something like that maybe. I'm not really sure, but beautiful walk. Time for some coffee. By the way, these hot water kettle, like super hot water kettle, like, you know, things that just heat it up super, super fast are absolutely incredible, especially for tea. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I've been enjoying the espressos, but I don't want to do too much coffee, but really enjoying the French press. The reason why is the espressos are nice, but they're so small. I like to sip a cup of coffee, a little bit larger of a coffee. You're not going to be able to see it with the glare of the sun, but coming down right through here is, I believe, the cable car or the cable system, and it peaks up over there, and then I think it goes down, and I don't know where or how. Yeah, there you go, way up there. And then the Aju du Midi, there's another one right here that goes all the way to the top. So it must crest this ridge right here, go down, and then go all the way up right there. That's absolutely wild. That's what I could see that from the Seven Summits Airbnb in La Zouche. And yeah, here one comes down right now as that one has gone down behind the roof right over there. That's wild. To get all the way up there. That today would be an absolute banger of a day to do that, but there will be more sunny days later this week. I'm going to try to do it before the weekend, before maybe, you know, the rush or travelers come in. But you definitely want to do it on a day like this where it's just clear skies, because you can see everything. You know, don't wait for a cloud cover. I mean, if there's a little bit of clouds, not that big of a worry, but I mean, if you can catch that morning sun, that's when most people do it, or the afternoon golden hour. It would be absolutely stunning. I saw another woman's vlog where she went up there like kind of probably the last one up, and then she stayed like all the way till close, and then the last gondola was called, you know, and then everyone has to obviously get down. Her views from, you know, maybe like the 4 o'clock hour or whenever that was absolutely stunning. I don't know what time of year that was. Either A, you get up there like right now and you just rush out of the house, you know, and try to catch like a 9 a.m. cable car up. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'd rather, you know, get the golden hour, but we'll figure it out. Sky's the limit, baby. Sky's the limit. Definitely nice to, and sorry, I'm getting so close because I don't have the microphone and I don't really feel like, you know, it's, you know, 9:30 in the morning right now, but I don't want to be that loud American dude. So it's really nice being at these different properties. La Zouche was absolutely stunning, absolutely, you know, incredible opportunity, and I'm thankful for every single night that I was able to stay there. This is absolutely gorgeous though, being closer to the mountains, and they're right here in front of you at this property. And then also just staying that one night, you know, in the apartment condo, if you want to get that vibe to it. Again, the park and that hotel view, it was beautiful. With the hang gliders right there, the paragliders in the morning like that was absolutely fantastic. But if I had the option, I would do this property in La Zouche. So if you want something a little bit more quieter, larger, spaciouser, more parking, if you're with a bigger group, you could also get a bigger chalet in the area here. It will cost a little bit more because you're in the more of the hyper center here. But this property is absolutely fantastic. I mean, sitting on a balcony looking at this with that sun, absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. That's what you didn't get at the condo. You didn't get that sun in the morning. You got a different view, a different perspective. But if I was going to do extensive, like a week, I'd definitely rather pay more and get a property like this in the mid-range. But if you're going a little bit more budget-friendly, again, the apartment condo was very nice, but this you can sprawl out a little bit more, feels a little bit more luxurious in that mid-range, and I really do like that. And if you want to go baller, then go to Seven Summits, La Zouche. Just enjoy it. Regardless, you're going to enjoy it. Absolutely. So this is beautiful right here. I'm reading Ecclesiastes 11 and 12. And number 1 in 11, it says, "Send your grain across the seas, and in time profits will flow back to you. But divide your investments among many places, for you do not know what risks may lie ahead." Absolutely beautiful. So I love that. By dividing your investment portfolio. And then later on in Ecclesiastes 11, it says, "Young people, it's wonderful to be young. Enjoy every minute of it. Do everything you want to do. Take it all in. But remember that you must give an account to God for everything you do." And then I love this. So refuse to worry and keep your body healthy. Verse 10a, absolutely beautiful. Again, eat healthy, exercise, take care of your body spiritually and physically. So refuse to worry and keep your body healthy. Absolutely stunning. I mean, come on, let's go. Do be careful pulling out of the unit because sometimes people do drive a little quick in the alley, but very few cars. I just pulled out and they weren't driving fast because there are some cars blocking. So just be careful and then back it up. They have the right of way. Let's go ahead and go to Italy today. Let's go to Italy today. Oh my goodness. So in this case, you would hold back. See this right here? This is a very tight little squeeze. You would hold way back there. They or you, I'm not really sure. I just saw some huge lorry truck. Okay, that's the street I came down, and we're gonna be walking that. So, and then obviously pay attention to pedestrians. People acknowledge each other here. Like for instance, okay, here comes a car. So I'm not sure who has the right of way or not. Let me, yeah, we kind of both. So he squeezed over a little bit. Sweet. Just saw a van lifer, like full on van lifer, bed and everything. See, I don't know who has the right of way in this situation. Let me see here. Let me pull on over a little bit. There we go there. Squeeze on by, but full on van lifer over by the apartment complex. Alrighty, so we're going to the tunnel and hopefully this video will help you explore the tunnel. Let me look at my navigation. I gotta walk down here because of that. Alright, so this is still the main drag, but it's not like the main drag. That's like a street over. This is a little bit more mellower right there by the police station here. And then we're gonna work our way back towards actually the shopping center, hotel, restaurant, bowling. They got bowling over here. Yeah, a lot of people like around here, right around this little city center. Let me just cruise around one more time here. So you got people eating right here. You got buses over here. A lot of pickups and buses right over here. A lot of people waiting for buses. And then this is kind of the area that actually the supermarket's not too far away. And then like hotels right here. This is the big roundabout right here where the main sign is for Chamonix. And then yeah, the grocery store is just up the street right there. That's not that far of a walk. I think it's only like, I think it's less than a mile, maybe a little bit more than a mile. Anyway, let's go ahead and cruise this way. This is the way we need to go. There it goes right there, Italy. I need to pay attention to navigation. I'll be back with you in a second. Alrighty, absolutely stunning day today. We got a hair over half a tank of gasoline. I almost bought a dashboard cell phone holder at the grocery store the other night just because of the convenience factor. So definitely bring your magnetic one if you have it, or a dashboard one that can kind of like, you know, hang out on the dashboard. All right, so we need to go that direction to our left. So you take the middle roundabout, everyone else goes that way, and you come around this way. Watch these people right here, and we punch up to Courmayeur. So that's where I got lost the other day. I actually was in this lane trying to go to the Airbnb. Well, I'll be honest with you, I think I did an illegal U-turn, but I was like, you know what, I gotta get back going. So you can get stuck in traffic here, but it doesn't look that bad. Pay attention to Google before you do. And again, I'm your guinea pig today to see if you need advanced reservations, which hopefully you don't. I'm gonna save a lot of euros if I don't, and I do not feel like turning around. So actually I did a illegal U-turn back there because I didn't want to go all the way up here to the toll booth, and there's big lorries coming back down here. So if there's like mad traffic and you're like, I'm over it, just pull a UE and get on out of there. Listen to the radio, traffic right there. All right, so the game plan is we got 26 minutes to the actual Italian ski resort, but we're gonna have to go hit the toll booth in just a second here. And what I'm praying for, and Lord please bless it, is I just show them my pass, proof of purchase, and they give me a discounted toll fee. I will be paying with a MasterCard, my American Airlines City Advantage card with no foreign transaction fees, which I did make a goof in my layover in London. I used the wrong card, and it literally cost me like an extra, oh goodness, man, it was like $3 or something like that, just for a couple, like one Uber ride, because it waxed me the tip and it waxed me on that. Not to mention, goodness, my Uber rides were 30% more because the pound is very strong right now, and that was That kind of sucked a little bit. So do be careful going to London right now. It's very expensive. You'll be like, oh, you know, the pound's not that much. No, it's 30% over the dollar right now. Filming this video March 25th, 2025. All right, we're still trekking up here. Haven't hit the tunnel yet. We're just taking our time. Nobody behind us, which is good. It's a Tuesday if you are wondering, but again, plenty of places to flip over information, and I think those might be bathrooms over there, but there's lorries and trucks up here, and they're just cruising around. Plenty of opportunities to do a U-turn if you really need to. Like pull over here, do a U-turn, but look at these big trucks whipping around the corners, but they know what they're doing, and so do we. So Lord bless it, protect me today, and I ask you that I get a really great discount with my Mont Blanc Unlimited. All right, so lorries are in the right, vehicles, buses are in the right. Don't wait in that line. Go in the left lane right here. VL, not buses. So again, VL, and we're pulling up to the booth here. And don't make that mistake if there's traffic. Go in the left-hand lane and get after it. All right, so they're stopping, we're not, and let's go ahead and pull on up. Let me put the camera down and then I'll talk you through it once I get up here. I'm gonna go in the green arrow section. I'm seeing a sign right there that says 54.80 euros for class 1. So hopefully I get a discount because that is ridiculous. that is definitely a high price to pay for. That's only one way, by the way. So I'm hoping to get it for half price. Lord, please bless this. There is an attendant here and you can pay with your credit card. They just did. So let's, God willing, get to this discount. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the tunnel now. It was normally 53.80 one way, but Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. I rolled up to the window, handed her my pass and my printed out confirmation of purchase. She said, just pass, handed me back my paperwork. So she just took my pass and she said it in French and I didn't understand, but I realized she's giving me a discount. And I looked at the receipt and she kind of had broken English a little bit. I looked at the receipt, 17.10 euro, 17.10 euros, ladies and gentlemen. That is way over half. That's like 65% off of the one way. Goodness gracious, thank you, Lord. So again, no need for reservations. They must have changed their policy. I don't know what the speed limit is in here, but I paid with a credit card. GPS signal lost. I paid with a credit card. No need for signature. She handed me my receipt, plus I think like a map or something like that. I'll see what it is on the Italian side. It might be a little bit more. I think they have like 2% more tax, but I'm going through the tunnel right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I just saved a boat ton of money. I like that. Your boy is pumped on this. I don't know how long. I think it's a 10-minute tunnel ride. So if you're kind of scared of tunnels, this is probably the longest tunnel maybe I've ever been in. I'm not exactly sure, but I mean, there are doors like to get out, you know, like SOS doors and stuff like that, you know. Again, if you're not much of a tunnel person, you might not want to be stuck in a tunnel for 10 minutes. I'll be honest with you. I've caught up to the car in front of me. I don't know what the speed limit is here, but we're not whipping. But there are places to pull over, you know, like for some oddball reason. And plenty of, yeah, there's like doors and SOS and fire extinguishers, and yeah, they're like all up and down this corridor. And there are turbines, like wind things, you know, to keep the air moving as well. I'm pumped. Oh, there's like an elevator right there, or stairs, I'm not really sure. Anyway, so we are going to the Italian resort, ladies and gentlemen. I, Chris Bensberg, am your guinea pig. 17.10 euro. How pumped are we right now? I'm gonna figure out what the percentage is. That might be like 68% off of what everyone else is paying for. So definitely use your Mont Blanc Pass Unlimited, Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. Utilize the mountain before it expires. Get your discount. I'm going to Italy, baby. I don't know if there's a sign that says like you're in Italy, but it's like halfway through the tunnel, I think. So we're gonna figure it out. But I've already been to Italy, so I'm not gonna cross a country off on this trip, except for UK. I did my layover, went into the city, left the airport, so I can cross that one off. And no wait. Like I was reading like TripAdvisor reviews where like people were like in 2.5 hour traffic, 1.5 hour traffic. So I actually brought from the Airbnb, I brought a big pea jar just in case I had to pee. But just pay attention to Google. Google had it at like 34 minutes from the Airbnb. So still no GPS signal. We're looking good. I'll keep you updated what the Italian side is coming back. Again, it probably expect maybe more of like 19, 20 euros on the way back or something like that. But little hack for you, use a credit card or debit card if you hate credit cards like I do. But just for this trip, I'm getting American Airline miles with their promo, stacking those back up for another trip like this to fly business first class. Anyway, get a credit card and it's first year for free with no annual fee, and then I'll cancel before the annual fee. Anyway, get a credit card or debit card that doesn't have any transaction fees. I checked out some of my credit cards with Grok, and like the lowest one I found was 1%. Most of them were like 2 or 3% foreign transaction fee for every charge. That adds up. American Airlines Advantage City Card, you get the promo 75,000 bonus miles, spend 3,500 within your first 3 months, cancel before the annual fee, which is I think is like 90 bucks, and then just wax that thing. Make sure you pay off your debt, please, and no foreign transaction fees for anything. Your boy is pumped. Yep, we're still in the tunnel. We've been talking a while. All right, let's go to, I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, let's go to the Italian side. Speed limit is 70 kilometers per hour, if you are wondering. I'm not trying to ride this person's tail. Person behind me is going slow too. They're giving me like 5 football fields. I'm giving this guy like 1.5 football fields. So we're chilling. I don't think you can pass either with that double white, I should say, I'm sorry. But real briefly again, if you bought it the same day, do give, just like the website said, an hour for their systems to kind of compute with one another so that you can make sure you get the discount. So don't just like buy your Mont Blanc Unlimited pass online, dart out the door and go straight to the Italian side. You know, do it before breakfast. That way you'll have time for their systems to communicate that your pass is valid. So again, she took my pass, she probably typed in the number or something or other, I don't know, and then gave me my discount. Maybe she didn't even type anything in, maybe she just looked at it and gave me the discount. I don't know. We're in Italy, baby! And there's the toll coming back up to the Italian side. We're in Italy, yeah! We're gonna descend now. We gotta get navigation back up over here. There is a spot on the top to pull over, you know, park and, you know, have a little break, I think. Might be bathrooms up there too, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, wowzer. Okay, here's a gondola right here. Or maybe that's the tram coming around for, okay, I gotta pay attention to where I'm going. Navigation, yeah, okay, so just go to the right, and then navigation timed out on me, and I haven't reconnected. Well, I was like connected, but I accidentally turned it off. I gotta figure out where I'm going, but it shouldn't be that hard. So you just go to the right, follow the signs, and they say to come here on a beautiful day. Yeah, so now I'm in the actual town instead of the highway. There's the gondola going up the Italian side. That looks like it's open. There is a lot of free parking lots. There's this one over here. Let's see, Courmayeur, yeah, right here. So some buses. Hey, welcome to the Italian side. Look at this. Okay, so is that the gondola? Let me figure out where I'm going real quick. Let me pull over right here and get navigation going again. Okay, there's a petrol place. Everything supposedly, like, especially if you're in the Swiss side, they say to come over to the Italian side and like everything is cheaper. Okay, I don't have navigation. Shoot, I don't even have internet. I don't think I've connected yet. Hopefully T-Mobile works in Italy. That would suck if it didn't. Then you kind of, there's like the major ticket. Like, let me see here. I mean, that's a gondola. I just don't know if that's the one I need to go to or not. I think I have to wait till the cell phone service clicks on to Italy. I should have took some snapshots of my my navigation. Let me see if, yep, okay, hold on a second. I think I got, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to connect to their cell phone towers. So let's see if we can connect. I think that's it. I just might have to do a U-turn and pull back in over here. It's real mellow over here. Regardless, I'm gonna see if I can connect to internet. It hasn't done anything yet. I'm hoping the Italian side, okay, I can get in right there as well. I hope the Italian side has internet, or you're gonna be no internet, no cell phone the whole entire day if you are T-Mobile. So let's just cruise down over here. Here's a big gas station right here. We'll fill up maybe before we go back because it's maybe cheaper and they might have, that's a big gas station. And then you got a little hotel right here. So it's just a kind of a mellow little town. And let's just go down to the outskirts. Oh yeah, the Italian Alps, baby. Helicopter going overhead. Beautiful little park. Oh, wow. A little waterfall thingamabobber over there. All right, I'm entering into, nope, no cell phone reception yet. So there's the Italian flag. Yeah, baby. Let's go. All right, so we're just gonna go to the edge of town here, see if any reception happens. If not, I'm gonna go back to that gondola because I don't see any chairlifts over here. But they do, once again, they do say to come to this side of the mountain or this Italian ski resort for a really good day, because once you get high up there, you see the more jaggier side of Mount Blanc that you typically don't see on the French side. Yeah, you know what, sometimes you get lost a little bit, because if not, I'd probably not, you know, head down this direction. I was actually thinking about getting an Airbnb over here. Oh, these are cute. They're like, oh, these are really cute. They're like little slat like roofs, and it's just different. This looks like, yeah, this looks like the Italian vibe, man. Little Italian village vibe. I like what I'm seeing. Look at these cute little places. Okay, let's go down here a little bit more, and then we'll flip around, go back to that gondola where you could purchase tickets and all that fun stuff, and we'll figure out what we're doing here. I don't see any lifts or anything like this down this side. I don't know if this is east, west, north, or south. I'm going south. My car is so smart. It's not flickering, by the way, but it says south on my compass. Escusi! Escusi! Okay, here's the main, maybe not the main hub, but there's a bus right there, a little restaurant. Hey, I'm seeing English. It says garage. Alrighty. And then this is the, okay, yeah. So the gondola was, yeah, they were right about that one. The gondola, so this is the main part of town. Yeah, so let's go wander around. We're kind of sightseeing. We're being tourists a little bit. Here's the main hub. And then, is that, no, I think those are just power lines. And you got this, oh wow. Yeah, this is cute. Let's just buzz around here real quick. This is the main little hub right here. Here's a big C for however you pronounce this town. Royal Hotel up there. Got to be careful, people are coming around. Little pizzeria, you know that's a good pizzeria. Whoops, hold on. I think I'm, can I go that way? Yeah, I can go that way. I mean, you got restaurant, little, you know, regular thing right there. Souvenirs. You got the pizzeria, the souvenirs over there as well. You know that pizza joint is popping right over here. Brasil, La Paella, and Pizzeria. We got Range Rover over here for some oddball reason. Look at that cute little place right here. Oh, with the church. Look at that up there. Whoop, hold on. Hey, at least they're not rude. At least they know I'm a at least they know I'm a tourist, because somebody was right behind me while I was just stopped there, and they didn't honk at me, so thank you. Nice folks. Lot of hotels right through here, right in the main hub. Let me just pull over real quick. Again, just pull over, shake people off your tail, and then get going again. Alrighty, let's just take about maybe 15 minutes, wander around. I did connect with Edge internet. I don't know if it's like legitimate. All right, a few people hugging my tail, so let's cruise through at the speed limit. But yeah, this is, I think, you know, main little portion of town here. You got some shops, sports stores, hotels. There's a walking area, souvenirs over here. There's a walking area where it's walking only, back over behind me. Yeah, just a little main part of town, but I gotta be careful not to get lost. Those are gonna be nice when that's finished right there. Les Giants. Yeah, now I'm going kind of the more southeast area right here, and let's cruise a little bit. I can always just work my way back. I think, is that going back towards the highway? Kind of the far stretch of town here. Let me go ahead and pull back around. We got a hotel right here. So now we're on the back side. Look at the sharp mountains. It's just it's a different view from right here. Those are gonna be gorgeous right there. So yeah, I'm not getting any internet. I think I have cell phone reception, but no internet. So know where you're going before you get there. You can try to use your navigation on your rental car if it has it or if it has reception. Look at this thing right here. That is cool. Look at that guy right there. Alrighty, I'm just gonna head back. It's kind of like St. Gervais. It's not how you pronounce it, but you know, just a cutesy little part of town. You kind of check it out, and oh, definitely Italians over here though. Oh, those guys look Italian for sure. They look different than the French. But they're being nice. They see the French license plate and they're not honking at me. Here's your walking only area right here. Pedestrian area. And then we'll cruise like, look at that right there. This little Italian chalet right here. Goodness gracious, that's beautiful. I do kind of want to get up to this church. I don't know how you would get up there, maybe that street up there. But let me see if I can get a little bit higher to that church. Yeah, that's the way I go right there. So hold on one second. Not that particular way, but that maybe not that way. Make sure you don't enter into where it has red. There you go, you exit right there. But let me see if I can get up to this church. Electric charger. Alrighty, I went the wrong way. Here's another, I think, roundabout. Roundabouts are great. Remember, if you need to shake people off, here comes somebody kind of quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little roundabout here. Yeah, I don't know how to get to that church. I think I went the wrong way, but that's okay. Good news is I got navigation back. I couldn't get up to the church. I mean, I probably could have, but. All right, now we're back over here by the buses. Let me just buzz in here real quick. I think this is meant for only buses, but little cinema. Let me just pull over here real quick. Alrighty, that did take a while, but T-Mobile let me know. Same thing as France and UK. Welcome to Italy. Your plan includes coverage that gives you unlimited data on us now at faster speeds, 256 kbps, plus unlimited text at no extra cost. Calls are 25 cents a minute. I am on LTE. Haven't seen a 5G yet like France, but good news. That took a good 15 minutes or so after getting out of the tunnel. Maybe 20 minutes or so. So let me make sure I know where I'm going. Again, just pull over, you know, by the trash cans, by this little bus area here, wherever you need to go, and make yourself a little stew. You're in Italy. All right, so you don't go the wrong way. Do what I did. Do what I'm doing right now. So from the bus area where I was just at right here, so you're gonna take this first exit, not the second one, this first one, and you're gonna go under the main road, and there's a smaller gondola going up right over here. That's what the first thing that Courmayeur Sports Center, that's the first thing that Grok said. See, restaurant, bakery, retail, and shopping. So people walking down here. And there's a big parking lot right over here. Some are paid, some are not. This looks like the more happening spot to be if you want to be closer to town than that first gondola by the gas station. So this is the number one choice for free parking that Grok said. I really wish I had a dashboard mount for the navigation. There's parking, hold on. All right, went the wrong way, but it all kind of flows over a little bit. So I'm just going up like a back road, and some Italian young folks, they're like, hey, you need a ski pass? They probably skied for the morning and then they're trying to sell it, but do be leery of that. That might be a scam. You know, they make a little bit of money and then they're not there. And it was kind of an attractive woman with like a guy next to her. They're probably just being nice, trying to sell it, make a little bit of money. She spoke broken English as well. It could be a scam, so do be careful. All right, so here we go. Now we're heading in, and okay, it says something about tow, and sports center, paid parking over here, charging over here. Let's see here, 0 to 24. I don't know what that means. There's people parked here, but it says something about being towed. Where's the gondola? This is where navigation leads me to right here, but let me go ahead and pull on in over here. Okay, there's like the big lot down here. Here's like overflow. Let me just pull in here real quick because I'm trying to help you guys out while I'm trying to do it. But the gondola is up there where I just was. See, there's the gondola. If this is parking, I'll hoof down. I'd rather go a little bit more. I think it's over here. And so obviously it's paid if like you see like one of those like things that, okay, hold on a second. Yeah. So here we go. We're just gonna keep going there. Buses go here, and that might just be an overflow lot. So let's head on down here. It says 0 to 24. I don't know what that means. There's a tow sign here. There's dudes changing in their boxers right here in front of us. Alrighty, it looks like it's a short hoof from this parking lot up to the gondola. I don't see, I mean, there's signs, but there's a lot of people parked here. There's also a BMW from France right here. Yeah, there's a bunch of French cars here. I might try to ask somebody and be like, hey, free parking? Like, I'm pretty sure this is free parking. If you wanted to get a little closer, I think it's paid parking, but down here in the flat area, just ask Grok. And so you're gonna see like the sports sports complex, this big lot right here, and then the gondola is right here. Look at those views. Goodness gracious. All right, I'm pretty sure we're good. I'm gonna walk by these cars. There's Austria license plate. I'm gonna walk by these cars, see if there's anything displayed on their dashboards or like stickers or anything like that. Obviously, definitely don't want to get towed. You know, like I might go up with Google Lens, see if I can translate that sign, but I think we should be good. Okay, so exit the parking lot, make your left. And I mean, you could cross this field if you wanted to shave off a few minutes walking around the corner, but probably not. Actually, can you sneak right through here? Yeah, sure. Why not? Everyone else is fenced off, so we just shaved a little bit of time. So the paid parking is up here, and you don't have to walk very far at all. So it's like underground in this hill, and then you can get up to the gondola up here. So, you know, if you have your family or if you have your ski boots, your wife doesn't want to walk, hey, you know what I'm saying? I respect you. Just go pay for parking. Again, parking lot is right over there. I took the back way around. The people that were trying to sell me the pass were parked right here. And there's just some steps right over here. Good warm up for me. There's some sort of other lot right over here, ski club. But yeah, take the field shortcut right there. That'll shave off a few minutes. And then right where this woman's walking down right here, walk up those steps to the gondola right up here. And I translated the sign and it said tow if there is on Wednesday for the market. So there's a farmer's market on Wednesday, and that's what you have to be leery of is Wednesdays from certain hours. There's a farmer's market and you can't park there or you'll be towed. So free parking for a beautiful walk up. There's the church over on the hill. We are only at 39 elevation, even here. This is unreal. 39 elevation is crazy low. And then you go straight up. So again, you guys coming from Colorado, you're gonna have, that's why I'm on day 7, snowboarding in a row. If this was Breckenridge, your boy would probably be out of breath. And I'm doing workouts after my ski sessions. Not every day, but you know, give or take. I mean, you still get winded a little bit walking upstairs, 4,000 feet, but whew, this is beaut. Let's go. There's the parking lot, Chalet Homes, and then gondola right here. I forgot the Italians, they used to like stop every day for siesta. So maybe everyone's going home. It's 1 p.m. I have no idea when these lift lines close. Hopefully this is open. 1300, 13 degrees Celsius. Let me get a trail map. And if you are wondering, they do 3 hours, 52 euros, 4 hours, 57 euros, 1 day, 61 euros, or 6-day pass for 313.
Yeah, but just go.
All right, so she said just go, and she gave me a map. So I forgot what I just said. But again, if you're just coming here for the day, well, obviously, if I didn't have the Mount Blanc Unlimited, I would have paid a lot more for the toll, which would have made it a lot higher. So that definitely saved me money instead of just coming over here without the discount toll and then the day pass. So, all right, let's see, we got to get on the other side. There are elevators coming up here. There's the scanners. We should be good to go. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's cooking. 13 degrees Celsius is pretty warm. And it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but crossing the border, man, is different, baby. Oh man, but the Italians are nice. My previous father-in-law, that's a different time for a different story. Watch my testimonial video about that one. But loved him, sweet, sweet man. Still love him, but just don't have contact with him anymore, unfortunately. But sweet man, Italians are wonderful people. So we're heading up the gondola. This one is really, really scratched, but we'll get some better views from the top, obviously. We got a couple batteries on us. I have no idea what time these lifts close. We're either gonna go 3 hours, 4 hours. We're not exactly sure, but I've never seen that before, where you can literally go 3 hours, 4 hours, full day at the different mountains. The Italians, because I think they take the siesta or the long lunch break, they might give you that 3 hour, which is really cool. Again, the town, let me see if I can get you a better shot. The town is right there, literally small little Italian mountain town. Oh yeah, before I do forget, the bus ride, I forgot, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. The bus ride, I should have, maybe there's some bathrooms on top here. I should have gone to the bathroom. The bus from Chamonix to here round trip, if you were to get on, if you didn't have a rental car, it's only like 15 euros. So that's really good. You know, who knows? But anyway, so past that little tunnel, the small tunnel, not really a tunnel, but the other gondola, this smaller gondola, the other one was a larger one. This one I would recommend because you are closer into town. just hoof up the little stairs like I showed you, and you're within walking distance from the bus stop where I pulled over for navigation. I'll be okay, but I really gotta go to the bathroom. I told I was spacing. So anyway, just show up to the scan key thing, grab a trail map if you need it. No need to register your pass. That was only with St. Gervais because I've never been here before. Maybe you need to register it, I'm not sure. Go to the ticket window first, double check, because at St. Gervais, she asked me if I'd been to a couple other mountains, and one was this mountain, so maybe once you scan it here, you don't need to register at St. Gervais. The stairs are right there. Go to the ticket window, just ask. If you need to register your pass, it'll just be, 60 seconds. Let's get some skiing in the books. Alrighty, the mountain doesn't look very large. This is the one I think we're going up right here or here. This is the one, the other parking lot over here. And then you have two areas here with the top peak here. And then Mont Blanc, 4810 meters. That's monstrous right there in the background. So we're heading up. I think we're almost there. Sorry for, that's really badly scratched. But I think that's Mont Blanc. I don't know. There's a ski run right there that might connect the gondola going all the way down right there instead of this one here, so you don't have to ride down. There is a nice bathroom on top of that gondola. Hand sanitizer over there. The water is non-drinkable, so I do have my backpack with my snacks, drone, and water bottle today, because that's kind of a hoof back to the car for lunch. All right, here we go. Feels a lot better to go to the bathroom. You got your little ski bunny area here, chairlift over here. I'm gonna see if you can get all the way down there instead of going the gondola. Mini club, not sure what that is. And then looks like this is kind of the main hub. You got a chairlift going up there, gondola going straight ahead of you right here. Let's go explore. Maybe start with the left first. I think Mont Blanc is behind this ridge. That's definitely not it, but a little slushy mush right here. Let's maybe start ripping over here on the left side, and then we'll get over to the right side after that. Little slushy mushy right here, but we're checking off the Italian side, baby. That might be the run to the right of this lift that you could go all the way down to the gondola, and then it might just be a short walk to the parking lot. I'd much rather do that, ride the gondola down. Real mellow out here for a Tuesday. You got a little pizzeria, bar, restaurant, pizzeria, place to chill, families. Again, it's 1 o'clock. So this is their version of après-ski here. It's a Super G. That'd probably get pretty wild right here. Folks having lunch out on the deck right there. And that probably gets pretty wild down here. Full on disco right here, goodness gracious. And then another little restaurant overlooking that. Big, huge chalets behind you. Butt tow ropes, which I hate, way over there on the left. Small chairlift right here, but we'll run the gondola up one more level. Now, ask a grok. I forget off the top of my head, but on this mountain, there's some sort of Italian restaurant around here that has, like, I'm talking bomb pasta. So if you're looking for something like that, like handmade Italian pasta, that would be pretty bomb dom. So let's get on over here, see what we're doing here. Make ourselves a little stoop. This one has the outside, so you don't have to bring it in with you because it's a little bit more tighter in here. We're gonna head on up. So just saw a sign. This gondola right here is 4 o'clock, closes 4 o'clock. So we're probably not gonna take a breather. Maybe one drone shot of Mont Blanc, eat on the chairlift, water on the chairlift, and just rip away. All right, there's my snowboard. Beautiful mountain chalets right on the mountain here. Ski in, ski out. There's your little kind of area where I just came from off of the other gondola, which is right over there. Chairlift is right there. And then the small chairlift right there, a little kids area right here. Really mellow. You got the town down below right there. This is different. You have a different valley coming through this little V right here. That little peak, that's beautiful. So that's the valley shot of the Italian village. I'm gonna botch the pronunciation. Courmayeur? Peaks, Italian peaks, that direction. Italian Alps. Ladies and gentlemen, checking off another list. We got a few clouds up there, but it's an absolutely stunner of a day. Hopefully those clouds break because there's more sharper peaks up there. Another chairlift going over there. So there's another chairlift area. So looks like some more little areas there. So we're gonna get after it. I don't know how far this goes up, but we're gonna work our way around here today, folks. Potentially could be Courmayeur, but there's an R on the end. Courmayeur. Man, hey, there's actually big. Wowzers, those are massive. Good night. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Goodness gracious, there's a couple rails over here. Nobody there. Those are massive jumps. Not the far one. This is huge. And then you got another big couple lips right there. Definitely won't be doing those major lips. And then a little ramp that goes straight up, little pipe. So a few little hits. Nobody's going in there. And then a couple little boxes if my board wasn't in the way. Let's get the shot here in just a second. Couple little, like a little itty bitty rainbow box here. Looks like another rail right here. We can see them now. So you enter in over there, get that, go to the board park. And okay, there's another box rail over there. If I'm pointing to it right, kind of a rounder tube rail. And then, yeah, those hits are pretty big. There's only like 2 hits. It's go down, hit, and then exit. But the little ramps over here, boxes, whatever you want to call it. So that is here. You kind of have to, you could do this run and then come down and then go left, transverse left, hit that, hit the jumps if you want to, a couple rollies, and then call it a day. Okay, there goes a skier, he's going in there. And then you would take the chairlift, I think for maybe faster convenience. A butt toe right over here, that's a long butt toe one. I'm gonna stay away from that one just personally, in my personal opinion. And yeah, that chairlift is a lot faster than the gondola. That thing's whipping. Skier went off jump. And then, okay, so there's a left side as well, which looked a little bit mellower of a hit than those strong jumps. Probably definitely not going to be hitting those. Back in the day, absolutely. For sure, here goes another boarder. He's entering in. Because so far, not any drinkable water, except for if you went into a restaurant or something like that, and they probably try to sell you, well, no, they probably couldn't even do tap. You probably have to buy bottles of water here. So for that factor, either if you're going to be hitting jumps, skip the backpack. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Definitely glad I brought the backpack the last 2 days for sure, just for simplicity purposes, and not to mention to get the drone shots. But definitely do not like jumping with the backpack on unless you have that stomach strap down here that keeps it really flat up against your back. All right, we're heading on to the gondola entrance where I would exit. Now we'll go have a little look-see around. Maybe I went the wrong way. Maybe you have to go that way. So there's ski pool, Mont Blanc right there. The lift, this lift over here ends right here. Oh yeah, you can go down this way right over here if you want to walk. Snowboard park over here. So everyone's kind of going that way. I might just rip down, take this chair lift up right here. There's another snacks and all that stuff, and then maybe go explore the backside after that. We shall see. Here's the board park. Go all the way left. I think up top here, if you want to hit the smaller jump, that's, you know, really nice. Going into a box, if you want to hit the big ones right here. So black is the big hit. Red, medium hit. Same thing, black, medium, smaller. They have it, I think that's blue. So blue, red, black for the rail, and red for the rail over here as well. So they mark it a little bit different. Now the French side with signs and whatnot. So snow's pretty good. Up top are a little slushy. Down here it's really nice. After the snowboard park, did the long box, straight box. So did that little girl then that cruise, man. Her dad kind of jumped off the side, and that box real smooth, so you could butters, you could do all sorts of really cool things on there. Sun's out, so you can see the depth really well. You can see the shadowing of where you need to turn, the slush spots, which I really do like. I am glad there's so many mountains in the area, just because some of these mountains, there's honestly no need to come back for a second time. You just come, you take a look at it, you check it off your list. Unfortunately, Mont Blanc is back over here. I do pray that the clouds do part. We can get a little bit higher. One more chair, I think, going that way. I'm not exactly sure. The mountain is kind of small. You know, it only goes over there and then kind of where we came up. Again, I'm going to figure out if there's a path all the way down, but a little bit more, definitely a little bit more beginner friendly. This guy is, let's see, let's do some butters. Butter McMuffins. Let's see, there they are. The two of them, he was getting some Instagram shots. Let's go ahead and wide angle you. That is pretty spectacular though. Nice and jagged mountains with the town right here behind us. That's pretty cool. There is a glacier right over here as well. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna look at the map, see what that is. And this is where, yeah, see, Drat. Okay, Jesus name, let's get those clouds off of that peak so I can see Mont Blanc, because they say it's absolutely spectacular because you're seeing the jagged side of it. And it's literally exactly in those clouds right there. A lot of places to relax. Again, you don't have to, you just take your snacks, chill out right there. I might do that. grab yourself a little table, and then this down here. So, okay, there's the other lift. Okay, I'm gonna go down there right now, take that other lift that goes, I think, a little higher up over this direction. A little bit windier over here on this, you know, top side, but not bad at all. Stunning over here. Again, this is the chair we just came up. We're gonna go explore down here, and then that's the restaurant. That's where I originally came up, the gondola over there. So let's go rip down here, see what we got down yonder here. Just met some folks from Aspen that are in front of me skiing. They didn't know about the Mont Blanc discount with the Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. So unfortunately they paid full price. So I'm like, you gotta know it. You gotta know it. Okay. And they're from Aspen, they're whipping. And they said they actually have met friends up here. So they must be kind of bougie, very successful Aspen people. Nice as heck. But let's go rip through some tree lines, see if we can figure some stuff out here. And I told them all about Grok AI. Remember that one time I was cruising through the trees in the Italian Alps? I remember that time. When you hear English, just holler at them and be like, yo, you guys finding your way around here? All right, this looks a little, I'm on a little catwalk. Let me see what we got here. Okay. This pushes down a little steep at the front part. So what you do, a lot more snow here. So I can see right here that I can get through those trees. I wouldn't recommend dropping down right here, but I'm gonna punch in right here and cut in the trees and then hit the trail. And oh, look at that view. Oh, please, Lord, open up those clouds. There's the glacier. Open up those clouds and let's get this view. That is pretty spectacular though, right there. I don't know how they got up there. They must have hiked, but they are ripping these bowls up here with ski tracks. Good night. Oh, there is a gondola that goes up there. What in the world? All right. Yeah, they're literally crushing through these bowls. So the one off to the right, we saw that first parking lot. That's the Skyway Mont Blanc. You do have access with that with the Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. That will take you up to Punta Helbrona, 3466 meters, way up there. And again, that's the Skyway, which is included with your Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. So definitely don't park there. I mean, you can get to the bunny slopes, I guess, down at the very bottom here, going that direction, as you can see there. But again, I took this one up for the first one, and then potentially you could ride all the way to the bottom and then end over here and then just walk back over here. And see, it says parking and bathrooms and gondola. Okay, they're ripping over here. There's tracks. I think you can get up there. And then there's people up here. So wow, nice. Ooh, okay. He's all right. He's all right. But did a little jump right there. And oh my gosh, how do you get there? Look at the POW. Look at the POW. Let's see if this guy's gonna jump it. I'm not sure if he's gonna jump it or not. I need to figure out how to get my butt up there. People are dumping off the backside over here, so I'm gonna go off the backside, see if I can figure this out. And you can't ski down the Skyway, by the way. You can only like hike or walk, so that's not a skiing area there. So let's go rip-a-roo and see what we can find. All right, so that is going. You gotta get the cable car up to the top. So we'll go rip this one more time. We'll go down, we'll get the cable car, and then we'll head up there. Then you can rip all this, which then dumps into this trail here, and then you go over yonder there. So they got a couple cable cars ripping, something else even going even higher. So I don't know what's going on. A lot of folks from Colorado. Let me see. Guy from Golden at Brevant. Friggy. These folks from Aspen, they said they were going to go somewhere else. I forgot where they were going to go, but they said they were exploring the Chamonix Valley as well, and I think they're going to push on to somewhere else. He said the same thing. He said La Zouche. He said it was like summertime, and yeah, definitely. It was definitely cooking over there. The snow conditions here are really nice. Through the trees, I'm hitting some of these tree lines right here, and it's like slush powder. It's not powder, but it's not like hardened as well. It's actually really nice. So I'm gonna crank out a few more runs over here. He said to take the cable car to the top. He said over here, way over here, there's kind of rocks, so it wasn't as fun, but he said the bowl like right through here was pretty fun. And so we're definitely going to do that at least once with the cable car. Rip over there. I think I'm at the furthest point chairlift that you can do. I'm really praying. He says the views up there were absolutely spectacular. So I definitely need to get up there. Still praying for Mont Blanc to be relieved of that cloud. I didn't see that cloud coming. You know, maybe earlier it wasn't there. I'm not exactly sure, but I would like to see the peak. So in Jesus' name, I pray that I can see the peak. We got some skiers going really nice, looking good right there. Same thing.
I was like, man, a lot cheaper. He's like, yeah, he's like, we're running into friends and they're all saying the same thing. It's so cheap here for, you know, to ski for a day. And then he's like, you know what, but just where we live, it's stupid expensive. And that's absolutely true. Where 4 days of skiing, you're dropping $1,000. That's why you buy the Epic Local Pass or the Epic Pass Unrestricted full price. Even if you're coming over for a week, if you're a European or from the UK, you're gonna save a ton of money. And hopefully my videos will help people out with getting discounts on tunnels, free parking, etc. Yep, I need to get my booty up there. I'm probably gonna do the tree run one more time and then we'll grab the cable car. All right, 2:20 p.m. checking in. Now it's time to go to the cable car, my friends. 2 runs through the trees. Super fun, a little steep on some parts, but this top part right here is super, super fun. So down the groomer right here, you punch in the trees right here, and then it gets a little steep behind us over here. So do be careful, stick to more of that side. There's no really tree wells, but you do have to be careful. There were a couple little dips. Who knows what's down there, so do be careful. Try to cut fresh lines, but definitely don't try to cut new lines in something that might not be there. Come on, Mount Blanc. Let's go, Mount Blanc. All right, working my way over to the cable car. Might have to do a little pushity push. A lot of Americans just met. So yeah, just take this one right up here to the cable car. Met some more folks from Big Fish, Montana. Oh, actually, we got to dip down a little bit more for the, but they were from Montanskis. See, let's make sure we're going the right way. That one goes that way. No other chair lifts. There's your butt tow rope. Definitely don't want to go there. So let's head down to the gondola, down this way and then over here. Yeah, a lot of chill Americans out here. Let's make sure we leave a great impression on the Europeans. All right, here's the gondoli. Let's get on in this little bad boy right here. See what we got ourselves. That's where we need to go. Whoops, do we go that way? I think I was actually supposed to go that way. I was actually going the right way, but let's hit up the bathroom real quick. Alrighty, got a little bar restaurant right there. Nobody in there. Looks really cool. Get off the gondola over here, the original one. Where am I going? I didn't see an entrance. Maybe the entrance is over here. All right, I was going the right way. It's called Eula with a Y. I think they're heading in there. Here we go. Eula, right in the middle. I was literally right here. So getting off that one, come up a couple more stairs instead of going out. You can actually go one level more up. So we're gonna jump in one more cable car here and we're gonna rip up to the top and go as high as you potentially go on this mountain. That cable car was really cool. There are bathrooms up here at the top one as well. And then you ditch out here and wow. So again, cool that there's bathrooms. So that cable car was from the turn of the century, man. That thing had to have been from like the 1960s or something like that. Look at this cat track. How did he get up here? Insane. Look at there's a little cabin chalet thingamabobber there. Look at how gorgeous that is. Good night. This is unbelievable with just this V sharp. Absolutely stunner. Banger right here. There might be an observatory on top. I'm not exactly sure. But you're pretty high up here. You can almost see it. I think that's Mont Blanc. It's either that peak right there, I think, or it's in these clouds over here. I'm not sure if it's there or there. I think it's right here in front of us and I think I can see the peak. Yeah, I can see the peak, baby, right there, I think. I think that's it. Unless there's a higher mountain right there. The peak, that is. That might be it. That might be it. And I can see the peak. Thank you, Jesus. Let's go. Unless it's right there. But that's cool nonetheless. If that is it, that is the super jaggy, and that's what they say, is it's super jaggy over here on this side, the Italian side. And just lovely, just lovely. Goodness gracious. Did I tell you 2 dudes literally went this direction? I don't know where they went. They said, 2 other Italian dudes said you could ski down to some like Italian town. I don't know if you can go through that or not. That'd be sketch city, especially with this like crack right through there. I definitely wouldn't do that unless I was with some guide, that's for sure. But look at how vast it just keeps going and going now. Like these V's and over there V's and then this and then this. And then you could hike up there if you really wanted to. Unfreaking believable. Goodness. All right, we got 45 minutes till close, I think, on some of these lifts, so I do want to get some more runs in. So let's go. But I did see the peak. Thank you, Jesus, if that is Mont Blanc. So you're allowed to. I see tracks. Be a little sketch city, but you're allowed to get back over there, man. There's the peak. I'm pretty sure that's it right there. You can see it right off the top of the clouds. Good night. just got GPS. There's dudes ripping this transverse and they're gonna go all the way over to that ridge, which is possible. It's open and they're literally transversing all the way over there. I don't think they're going down here. That's Sketch City.
Oh, bring me back to that day. I had all of this waiting ahead. It kills to be halfway alive since I had you, and one till I see you again. I don't mind spending a little time away, but want your hands and not pixels on a web, down with this center.
So from up top at the cable car, they got it all fenced off, so obviously for safety purposes, and you just go up there for the view. And then the big old thicky bowl down where the first gondola dropped you off, but you got to do that at least once. It's kind of just a cat track down. That's why not too many people did this one after that one. But you come up the first one for the bowls. Let me show you. There's the kind of hard to see with the GoPro, but there's the old like 1950s, 1960s cable car up. But you just go up there for the view, cat track it down. You know, nothing major. It says expert ski back there, but this is like a blue getting down to the first gondola. A little icy in the shade, but then you come around here into the sunshine, and then look at that old cable car. There's where I just came from right there. Oh, look at the bowls, man. Goodness gracious. So let me show you. Some people, I think you're not supposed to, but plus it's pretty icy, but people did go around there when it's powder. And this is the way you would go, but it's you're not supposed to do that. That's an epic view. Good night. Come on, break that cloud, break that cloud. I'm pretty sure that's Mont Blanc, and I'm pretty sure I can see the tip. I don't think it's back over there. I'm gonna ask a lift operator. Okay, so with this gondola, I'm pretty sure, oh drat, I think I should have probably stayed over there on that side. You can rip all these bowls, and I might do this a few times. Yep. Gotta unstrap. Might do that a few times, but you can't go down this bowl right here. See, there goes a ski right there. You can go cat track. You can beeline it where this guy is going, or I think you can go off the back side. So I'm not really sure. Maybe you can go off the back side. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. You can get more that way and drop down or not. Two options from here. A little cat track, or you could beeline it. Let's get a little bit more scenic route going this way. Or if it's powdery, you punch over and you hit that. I took the wrong line, but you go on the edge. Be careful of this bowl. You go on the edge and then you drop down right in front of this tower right here. All right, here's some skiers. I think literally we're the last ones out here right now. This is a fun little bowl. Courmayeur 21A YOLO. So dart down here, and the snow's pretty good. Now I did forget to go over to that side of the mountain. There's a lift that does go up there. Probably just a couple fun little runs right there. Absolutely stunning. All right, Italians must call it quits a lot. It's a lot different than the French side. People hang out for beers. People kind of lollygag. This side of the mountain, man, it's still only 3:45 right now. I was able to get on one more chair. I think the whole mountain closed at 4. I can get down to my parking lot from this area, which is really sweet. So I'm gonna rip one more run here before close. I'm pretty sure these chairs do close. I'm gonna go look at some signs. There's a ski instructor, I think, maybe not. A lot of English. Just met a dad and his kids from Chicago, from the UK. Everyone speaks English, so easy to get around Chamonix, this area here. The last ones, the gondola's still going as well. So is the butt tow rope over there. But I don't know when this closes. All right, I think they are closed for the day. We're really wrapping this up. What time we got? 4:14. Though the lift is moving, I think they shut it down. The guy just told me, I tried to speak to him in Portuguese. 4:30 is 4:30. Most lifts are open till 4:30. Don't quote me on that one. If I see people jump in line, I'll jump in line as well and go till 4:30. And again, I'm not too concerned because I can get all the way down, and the gondola, as in the one down there. Well, I saw you peak. I sure darn did see you. Thank you, Lord. for that little sneak peek. Afternoon, beautiful sunshine right now. Ajdu Midi, obviously you can't see it. Oh, there is a helicopter. So there are helicopters that go all the way around so you can see Mont Blanc, the tip of it. That's not it, that's not the tip. The tip is just right above there. I mean, that might be the tip, I don't know. But there's a helicopter way over there. That would be a pretty cool tour. Look at the afternoon sun. God is a good painter. You are a marvelous painter, Lord. So I can see the cat track right there. You got to go all the way right, red 25. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the family from Big Sky, Montana, as well as myself, are the last ones on the mountain. Absolutely fantastic. And we're gonna get after it real nice here. We're feeling crispy. We're feeling good. We're feeling excelente. It's been real, Italy. It's been real. I almost got my Italian citizenship if I never told you that story. Let's go rip this mountain. Can't miss it. Right here, restaurant, and slow, and then dumps into the catwalk right here. Go into the parking lot I told you to park at. And just ask Grok. If not, then we're on the right path, baby. I love when a plan goes according to plan. Oh, super fun. Oh, burn those legs out. Don't take the gondola. Who takes the gondola back? Ooh, this is fun. Yeah, these like greens going back to where you need to go are super fun. Hey, I forgot to start my Garmin. Sometimes I do that. Keep up speed, but how cool is this? You know, vlogging while you're doing 20 miles an hour, it's cool. You know, you don't have to focus on the camera. Just point and shoot, baby. Let's go! Italy! Viva Mexico! Heck yeah. This goes all the way back home. All the way back to my parking lot. There's the gondola. Sweet. Beautiful park over here. Heck yeah. Beauty, 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 beauty. And not that parking lot, but through the field once again. And I can see the Alexios. I can see the Alexios. So that for me is definitely worth hoofing it an extra 4 minutes that direction. Not to mention it's so stinking beautiful. The church. Now, if I was with a group, I'd be like, yo, we're in Italy. Let's go have a slice of pizza. But you know what though? Sometimes you hold on to that, baby. You hold on to that for the future misses. I don't know who you are, but hopefully you watch this and hopefully we connect. And the Lord is a matchmaker. When we come back here, we share a little pizza, margarita pizza, not a margarita pizza with tomatoes and basil and all that good stuff. So let's get after it. These walks, when you close the mountain down, slow mornings and then close it down. When everyone else is like, oh, hey, let's, you know, go to a restaurant or let's go take a nap or let's go shower. I'm like, nah, we close the mountain down. We starting late, at least the last couple days, because 2 days before that were big days. They were full days. So I'm taking my sweet little time in the morning. You have to, you have to. You only live once. Get that French press coffee in and have yourself a little stew. Get yourself some green beans, some chutney, some potatoes. Have yourself a little stew. How pretty is that? Have yourself a stew. Look at this place right here. I don't know if I'm gonna get the shot. It's like a dreamy little castle wonderland. That's absolutely insane. It's like a castle. It's like a enchanted forest castle. Let me come back over here. There it is. You can see the roof a little bit. Just a little enchanted forest. Where are you, Mr. Car? Again, big parking lot over here. I should be next to this van, yeah. Next to the van over here. Should be, yeah, there it is. What a day, what a day. Let's head on over here. Let's go do a quick little loop around this traffic circle real quick. One more time. Nobody around here. People are taking siestas, the church up there. And let's head on back home. All right, I'll keep you updated on the price of the tunnel, which we'll find out here and not too terribly long from now. I might stop at that gas station though, just to fill up, because that one by the grocery store was out of the one that I typically need to put in. So yeah, let's go cruise that gas station real quick. Might be a little cheaper than on the Chamonix side. You might want to even try to find a grocery store here. It's probably cheaper, especially if you're going back to Switzerland. This place is kind of fancy and nice right here. All right, let's pull into the gas station, see if they got what we need. Again, the Defender 90s, man, or the, those are so expensive in the States. All right, let's see what we got here. Do we got the fuel I need? B7. No, I don't need B7. There we go. E5, my friend. Right there, E5, the green handle. So it freaks you out because you think you're gonna be paying, oh, and I gotta go pay over there in the middle and then pump my gas. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, pump first and then go inside and pay. Alrighty, 17.20 liters for 30.94 euros. So that probably comes out to be like 34, 33 US dollars for 17.20 liters, about 4 liters per gallon. I'm not sure, I'll have to do the math on that one later, but really nice Italian dude. He's like French, English, very well educated because of so many tourists. So I'm gonna have to do the math on that to see what's going on with that. All right, I know how to get back home somewhat. I am running out of charge on my phone, but it's kind of a straight shot. Forgot the charger. This does have a wireless charger, but the flip phone does really bad with the flip charging. So let me make sure I know where I'm going. There's the Skyway, Mont Blanc. This thing has really good range, man. 597 kilometers for a full tank. Unbelievable. Here come the big trucks coming down the mountain. Okay, a little restaurant right off the beaten path. Same method applies. Autos left, trucks right. We're gonna slow down a little bit, show them my Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. Left towards T1. Again, autos left, trucks in the right. Alrighty, I think she processed my my card on that side. So the Italian side I think has like 2% more tax. That was 1740 euro for my car. I mean, you can't beat that. So I drove my own car across the border, paying a little over double what I would have with a bus, and I don't have to deal with stops and all that nonsense. 1740, wow. That was so much cheaper than if I would have paid full price. Thank you, Elon, for making Grok AI Beta 3. Absolutely incredible. But they were a little bit wrong. I do have to critique Grok. Grok had older information regarding that I had to pre-register the day before. No, not anymore. Just show them, you hand them the pass, they'll validate it and charge you pennies on the dollar. That one family from Aspen, they just shook their head when they found out about that. They're like, dang it. Because I mean, what is that? That's like a pizza and some like dessert. 5380 subtract 1710. And even more probably on the Italian side, like I said. Hey, we're back in France. Would you look at that, crossing borders? So from the Airbnb, it's literally 10 minutes away, the entrance to the tunnel. Cool, it took the back way. Now I'm down here by the lake right now. It took me the back way in order to, through a little suburb neighborhood, instead of going through the main part of town. That's where I did my little tricep dips. I might try to make it to the gym tonight. We shall see. We got 2 hours, 10 minutes till they close. I think that was my neighbors. They must have friends staying in that huge chateau. I'm pretty sure that's the same rental car. So they must be staying at an Airbnb down the street. Unless that was another Santa Fe, the exact same one with Swiss plates and everything. We're gonna find out because that was a compound back there. Alrighty, remember we still gotta pass by Defense Place, which is right up here. From our morning walk, right over here to our left is the like military little defense place. So see, someone's coming off in the distance. So there's enough room over here. We just pull over, kind of give them some space. This place is cool. And then this place right here is one of the units, top and bottom. And they got a little door right there. And then here's the vans that are always here. Yep, neighbor's house is gone. That must be them. So their friends are staying in a compound while they're staying here. Pretty wild, huh? Alrighty, 5:26 p.m. We made it home. Not sure what I'm gonna do. Walk into town, go to the gym, or chill, edit, and have a dinner here. We'll figure it out. This is my après-ski right here. I don't need a drink. Espresso, a little piece of dark chocolate. Life is good, my friends. Life is good. Got some clouds up there right now, but absolutely different vibe. You know, super sharp, mellow out here. This is a really beautiful complex right here. Super quiet. Again, off the beaten path, which I personally like, but close enough to walk into town. It's one of those things where you might have so much, you know, planned, so many activities. I gotta go to the ice caves. I gotta go to this. Yeah, hit it, but then take a moment to chill. Take a moment to chill.
So I don't know if I'm going to the gym. You got gyms at home. Do I need a pump? Sure. I'd love a pump. But regardless, I'm going to get a body weight exercise, abs, pump, triceps. Would I like to go at least one time while my Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass is still active? Yeah. So I don't have to pay $10 for a, okay workout, I guess. I don't know. Sky's the limit. Right here. I'm right here right now. I'm just living in the moment, baby. Having an espresso, piece of chocolate. Watching a bird fly over the roof. It ain't all bad. Enjoy it.
Alrighty, so I'm going to the Richard Bonzen, included with your Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. It is paid parking, but first hour is free. So let's grab a ticket. Credit card not available on output, payment at automatic machine only. Okay, so there's an automatic machine. You have to validate your ticket just like the ski thing. And 1 hour is free. I think any hour after that. Anyway, we'll let you know. I need to jump in here because I'm going to get a filthy pump, and it looks like there's plenty of parking. So I'm going to get a filthy pump on for about 40 minutes flat. This is across the street from the tennis courts here. It's kind of adjacent to it. So let me whip back around, grab one of these spots. And this doesn't fill up very much because there's the center right over there. Is because I think we can get to it by right over yonder here. It doesn't fill up very much. Yeah, center input right over there. Let's grab a spot right over here. Obviously because the center is closing. We'll keep you updated. My camera might die, but right next to the river is the parking. Absolutely stunning. Tennis courts are over here, and they're clay. And then Center Sportif. Is that Center de Spin? So anyway, I think we have to get to the front of it. Over yonder, I believe, over here. Walk around Center Sportif. Take this little thing here. Front entrance is over here. There is another parking lot, I think a little closer, but I'm going to bang this workout out in like 40 minutes, so I should be free, which is good, but I'll keep you updated on that one. Okay. And let's see, is that the entrance? I don't know. Sportif Center? No. Okay, so it's around the bend here. Well, yeah, you can walk that way or you can walk this way. Is that a Tesla police officer? There's the gym right here in the corner. Looks a little busy, but we'll get a filthy pump in. Getting a dirty pump in right now. Dirty superset. Pretty dope little gym. They got a bunch of weights, bars, cable crossovers. Triceps over here. Nice little weights. We got about 24 minutes. Let's get this dirty pump. Definitely can get a dirty pump in here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Power cages, weights, boxes, leg machines, cables, benches, curl bars, all sorts of things. You got some legs over here. I think there's cardio machines as well. But you can do box jumps, Smith machines. It's a good little gym. One of the last ones in here, but a lot of stuff. Rogue assault bike, leg machines, ab stuff, but plenty cable crossovers. I mean, it's small, but definitely can get a filthy pump in over here. Sorry for the fog mirror. I think they close at 7:30, but 7:33. It takes a while to clear out. I think they're doing volleyball and stuff like that. It's a huge complex, so it's gonna take a while to clear everyone out. So I'm gonna get a filthy pump in for a little bit longer. I'm gonna grab a brochure, but here are the charges. One entry for a man or gym, $970. Adult, $670 for Tarvs, that might be tennis. You got the pool, all sorts of stuff here. Basketball courts, all that was down there. And then the exit is again up top here, but free with Mont Blanc Unlimited. And also if you have the Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass, they give you a wristband no one else had, so they must have like membership cards or something like that. So walking back to the car, which is around the bend here, and hopefully there's lights over there because my phone is dying, but great pump, especially if I didn't have to pay for it and it's included. That was quick and dirty. That was like 45 minutes by the time they finally came around. They came around about 7:34, 7:35. I don't know if there's a quicker way, maybe if I went that way, but regardless, the tennis courts are over here, so I'll go this way. Really quiet, beautiful this time of night. And yeah, a lot of people were complaining about the facility being old and dirty gym equipment, but it was clean. There's spray bottles up against the windows you can clean, and there's paper towels, just like a normal gym. If there's sweat, just clean it off. Yeah, there's rips in the seats, but guess what? You're pumping. Don't complain about your pump and just pump, especially if it's included with the Mont Blanc Unlimited. So I'm getting my usage out of that pass, especially with the tunnel. And now a gym session, maybe a gym session tomorrow. Not exactly sure. Don't know if I want to work out on my birthday, but maybe. This path back to the parking lot is lit Parking lot's right there. River is right next to us, as well as these condos. That would be a pretty view. Absolutely stunning. I think you can, the shortcut is go that side instead of going in the front. You go around this side. I mean, might be equal, I'm not really sure. Parking lot is literally across the river right there. I should be under an hour. Worst case scenario, that just cost me €2 for a pump and easily worth it, but hopefully I can get out for free. There is a credit card machine. You pay before you get out, just like the snowboarding resort. What else can I think of? Oh, if you don't have a gym towel, nobody had one. Well, I mean, maybe some people did, but there are paper towels. Lay down a paper towel. Nobody said anything about not having a towel. I never laid anything. And people are super respectful if you're supersetting. People might like ask, super friendly people. French local was like, hey man, you still using this? And I was like, nah man, I'm good. But you know, obviously it was just like motions with hands and stuff like that. But it was beautiful, man. Good people. Love you, France. Love you, Italy. And I pray that Americans are respectful to you guys when you guys come over and visit us. Here's the machine right here. There is electric chargers right here as well. I was 3 minutes over. Oh man, cost me a €170. Okay, I think I should be good. It should have processed my card. Yep, I think so. Parking, tennis, should spit out my card, yes. I want a receipt. There's my ticket. There's my receipt down there. So that extra set, that extra pump set just cost me a $170. I almost got there in time. Anyway, it's all good. $170 for 3 minutes over. 3 minutes over an hour. All right, sorry, lens is dirty, but real quickly here. And the only reason I drove was because it was gonna close. If I try to walk, I would have had like 10 minutes in there. Keep your ticket because you'll need to insert that to lift up the gate. You're already paid. Let's head on back and get some dinner. Now, if I was at the smaller one-night stay, Airbnb, that literally would be a very quick walk. I think it was only like 2.2 or 2.8 kilometers, which is 5K is 3 miles. It's not that bad. Google Maps always has like a couple miles, like 27 minutes. No, I can walk pretty quick. But regardless, I wanted a good pump, so I drove. €170. It's all greasy beezy, baby. So tack on another 8% after that, not bad at all. The park where the thingamabobbers are, right up there. Old Airbnb right here, literally, wow. That would be literally a 2 or 3 minute walk from the old Airbnb. Literally is right here as we're driving by right now. Here's the bike shop, closed down right there. So if you're gonna be staying over there in the hyper center, they call it, right in the city center, go get your pumps. Absolutely. Town is still popping. People are out and about. I definitely am gonna walk these streets, just not this evening because I am kind of hungry. Here's the hotel lit up purple. Shops are glittering with beautiful, not too many people out there tonight. It's not that chilly. I mean, a few people out there. That guy's jogging, shorts and a t-shirt, looking good. Let's head on back. So again, the start of the walking streets is just literally down the street, but the gym is a little bit further because it's on the most east side of the hypercenter. But this location is really cool. But again, rental car for the win, just for the convenience factor, for sure. All right, so this guy's coming down the lane, so I'm gonna pull over right here. You kind of like just give someone, so he flashes brights at me like, thank you. And then look at all these people walking to and from. Lots of people. Pretty cool coming back to my French chalet. Pretty darn cool. I'll tell you what, once you start getting things dialed in, just like mountains, it just becomes the normal, man. I dig it. Okay, so something I actually just saw. She handed me this brochure when I entered in on the French side, not the Italian side. And let's go ahead and see what it says here. No overtaking in the tunnel. It's a danger to others and yourself. It is your responsibility. If you do, they'll catch you on camera and a police officer will be waiting for you at the end of the tunnel. So do be careful about that. So you cannot pass anybody in the tunnel. So do keep that in mind. Definitely glad I had that double shot of espresso before I went. That gave me a filthy, beautiful pump. See, saran wrap is working out fantastically. So for tonight's menu, half on avocado, the rest of the red meat. I'm gonna have quite a bit of the butternut squash. Gonna have the rest of this right here, a lot of veg. We got some green tea, not green tea, but my soursop tea. Great antioxidants. Dried soursop, yeah. Dried soursop leaves right here. Excellent antioxidants. And we got some frozen on the old convection, what's going on with this gimbal?
on the thing here. Let me lower the tea here. Knock that down to a slow boil. So we got this heating up. Gonna have a lot of veg tonight. Drizzle olive oil on top after the fact. I don't heat up my olive oil. Dessert is gonna be a big old orange. And again, we're gonna heat up this first, get that nice, and because that's frozen, dump those in, and then dump that in. I'm not a big microwave person. If they had an air fryer, that'd be a different story, but I just, reheat it on the stovetop. Obviously, do not reheat the avocado. Again, a big old orange for dessert. We're gonna put olive oil on top. Like I said, we're gonna put organic hemp hearts and organic flaxseed that is grounded. I was thinking about doing 2 eggs as well, but I think that's enough meat. And the eggs will be extra protein for other meals as well. So I still got 1 more red meat. I still got 10 eggs. Because I'm not doing those for lunch. Typically, I rock like 4 eggs, but because I'm on the mountain, obviously I can't do eggs. So I am skipping out on protein. So let me see here. No, I might need to grind some more protein just because I've been burning so many calories on the mountain and then with working out. So I might have to get this guy going and we'll get a couple eggs in there as well. Okay, so I do want to show you this really quickly here. So I actually emailed MontBlancNaturalResort.com trying to find out about the information of the tunnel. They got back to me, one of the employees, and they said, "Bonjour, thank you for your email. To get the tunnel discount, you need to present your Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass at the tunnel cash desk," which is just the toll window. It says $33.40 return ticket. So I'm not sure what that means, $33.40, but that's pretty much on the dot for what it was. Total, as in $17.10 plus $17.40, should be ballpark somewhere around there. So anyway, they finally got back to me. Just wanted to show you that. Your boy can cook. Your boy can cook. Look at how filthy good that is. Absolutely delightful. 2 scrambled organic eggs, half an avocado, butternut squash, mixed in zucchini, broccoli, green beans, or all organic, veg central, organic ground flax seeds, organic hemp hearts. That's filthy delicious.
I had all of this way.